What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host Joss, and today we're talking about fame. Hang out with me until the end of this video where I'll do some comment shoutouts and make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you like it. As we all know, fame and success in acting can be really hard to achieve. Some are lucky enough to practically become famous by accident, while others spend decades trying before they get their big break. This means that there are many actors who we know and love today that have actually been around for a long time. That's why today I am sharing the top 10 actors you didn't know were child stars. Let's get started. Starting off our list at number 10 is Jake Gyllenhaal. Most of his fan base came after his incredible performance in Donnie Darko, which came out in 2000. It seems to be the leading role as Donnie Darko made him a household name, even though he had acted before that movie. He had a great performance in October Sky, where his role got him an Independent Spirit Award nomination. But his acting resume goes back even farther than those early flicks. When he was just 11 years old, he played Danny Robbins in 1991's City Slickers. From there, he also booked parts in A Dangerous Woman and Josh and Sam. He might have been more known as a child star if his parents allowed him to take a big role. In an interview with The Guardian, he said he landed a big role in the 1992 The Mighty Ducks, but his parents didn't allow him to take it because it required him to be out of town for 2 months. Nonetheless, he was still a successful actor at a very young age, we just didn't know it. In at number 9, we have Scarlett Johansson. We know her now to play the seductress or love interest on screen, or as the superhero Black Widow in multiple Marvel movies. Because of the superhero role, she has been known for being paid equally to the majority of her male cast members. But before all her success, she was just a regular kid trying to catch a break. She first booked a role in the 1994 movie North, which also starred Elijah Wood. It was her first acting job and she was only 9 years old. After that, she booked a role in the thriller Just Cuz that came out in 1995, and then continued working on the pilot of the show The Client in the same year. Ever since then, she's been able to book at least 2 big projects a year. Who knew her acting resume started when she was just 9 years old? Sliding into number 8, we have Christian Bale. After watching him in American Psycho in 2000, many people believed they were seeing a star in the making, but his star had been burning for years by that point in his career. In 1987, at the young age of 13, he captivated audiences with his performance in Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun. His work was so impressive that the National Board of Review of Motion Pictures gave him the first award for Best Performance by a Juvenile Actor. As he went through his teen years in the acting industry, you might remember him appearing in films such as Newsies and Little Woman. Most will agree that his role as Patrick Bateman in American Psycho is mostly remembered as the start of his career, but he had years of work before that role, all beginning at the age of 13 years old. At number 7, we have Kirsten Dunst, the bubbly actress who's mostly known for her roles in Fargo, Spider-Man, and Bring It On. But she's actually been in the spotlight long before these movies came out. Most people forget or don't realize that she is the young Judy in the iconic movie Jumanji that came out in 1995 and starred the legendary Robin Williams. Apparently Scarlett Johansson was also up for the role, but Kirsten ended up being the one to take the role. She was just 11 years old, and the critics say she held her own, standing next to the comedy legend Robin Williams. Even a year before this movie, she booked a role in Interview with the Vampire, where she got to work with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. That's the movie she had her first on-screen kiss, which happened to be with Brad Pitt. She told Bullet magazine that everyone at the time was like, "You're so lucky you kissed Brad Pitt," but she thought it was disgusting. Well, I was probably kissing my Barbie dolls at that time, so count your blessings. Taking our number 6 spot is Joaquin Phoenix. To be fair, we wouldn't know he was a child star unless we knew that he didn't use the name Joaquin when he first started his career. Not only that, but his older brother River Phoenix was an enormous star in Teen Idol that kind of overshadowed any work that he did as a kid. So you might be wondering what name he went by when he was a child star? Well, he went by the self-given name Leaf. He landed his first role on 7 Brides for 7 Brothers alongside his brother, and then went on to appear in a number of popular TV shows and films such as Hill Street Blues, Murder, She Wrote, and Parenthood. His acting resume as a kid is rather impressive if you check it out on IMDb. After his last childhood film, he moved to Mexico took a break from the biz and returned to acting as Joaquin, and the rest is history. Halfway through our list at spot number 5 is Amanda Seyfried. You might know the beautiful blonde actress from movies like Mean Girls, Dear John, or Mamma Mia, but her career started long before she appeared in any of these movies. Most people will say that Mean Girls is where her acting career first started, when she took on the hilarious role as Karen back in 2004. I actually knew her from the TV show Veronica Mars, so if you're a fan of that show, you might have recognized her as the dead friend Lily Kane. However, she actually booked her first major role at the age of 15 on the show As the World Returns. After that, she appeared on another popular soap show, All My Children. She had a successful resume even before she auditioned for Mean Girls, although I think it's almost impossible not to remember her as Karen, the girl who can tell the weather with her boobs. Coming into number 4, we have Ryan Reynolds, who is one of the biggest actors in the industry these days. His fans often look back to his early work and think of his work on TV in Two Guys, A Girl and a Pizza Place, or to his film National Lampoon's Van Wilder. His career actually goes back further than that, all the way back to 1991. He starred in the Canadian teen drama series called Hillside, which is known as 15 in the US. He was casted at the age of 14 years old as he took on the lead as Billy Simpson. He was earning about $150 an episode, which Ryan says made him feel like a gajillionaire. After that, he went on to appear in Ordinary Magic, My Name is Kate, and The Odyssey. This would seem to be a dream job for most kids in his early teens, but Reynolds says he hated it then. In an interview on Live with Kelly and Michael, he said, "I just did it to kind of get out of the house. After that, I ended up working at a warehouse and a restaurant for 2 years. But turns out he couldn't help but make his way back to the industry, where his career continued to take off thanks to his impressive resume as a kid." At number 3, we have Jessica Alba. Although she may be distancing herself from Hollywood these days, she is still a household name for many movie fans. She blew up as a teenager in 2000 with her role in the TV show Dark Angel, but she had actually been in the industry for years before that show. As a kid, she landed her first film role in 1994 in the movie Camp Nowhere, and then booked a recurring role on The Secret World of Alex Mack. Around the same time, she also started shooting The New Adventures of Flipper, where she played Maya Graham. She said she acted in the series from age 12 to 15, but as she matured, her good looks began to gain more and more attention. In an interview with Men's Magazine, she said she struggled to convince movie makers to get past her hotness and consider her for more substantial work. Unfortunately, she really is only known to play the hottie wearing a bikini. I'm sure there are a lot of girls who would trade places with her though if she's really that upset about it. Alright guys, at number 2 we have Jason Bateman. We are all very familiar with his more recent work like Horrible Bosses and the Ozark series, but his journey in Hollywood began a long time ago. Back in 1982, Bateman booked a role as James Cooper, the young kid in Little House on the Prairie. After that, he took on a role in the TV series Silver Spoons, which led him to starring in It's Your Move and The Hogan Family. His role as David Hogan pushed him into the teen icon status, which only heightened even more when he starred in Teen Wolf 2. The 80s were a good time for his career as a kid, and the rest took off from there. Taking our number 1 spot is Ryan Gosling, the Hollywood heartthrob known for his movies such as La La Land, Crazy Stupid Love, and The Notebook, of course. But what you might not know is that his career started when he was just a little nugget. He starred alongside Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears in Disney Channel's The Mickey Mouse Club, which is such a big deal for normal people like us. At age 12, he received a 2-year contract in 1993 to become an official member of the Mickey Mouse Club, so the Canadian actor packed up and moved to Florida. Fun fact, while filming he became really close to Justin Timberlake that Justin's mom became Gosling's legal guardian during that time. After his contract ended, he went on to book roles in Are You Afraid of the Dark and the Goosebumps TV series. His career went on from there as he continued to book impressive roles, leading him to the actor we know him as today. Alright guys, there's our list of actors you probably didn't know were child stars. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are, and you might get a shout out in my next video. For now, let's check out some comments from some of my last videos. Clay Tallman says, "I only watched this video for Jocelyn, I could care less about Star Wars." Oh sh*. I mean, I'm flattered, but I know Star Wars fans won't be. Emily Edlin says, "Love this channel, you have fun with these videos and it's nice. That is my goal. I try to make it as lighthearted and fun as possible." Darwin Ang says, "Jocelyn had a boyfriend means you are single now." Nope. I still have a boyfriend. Lilia Diaz says, but we take free candy on Halloween. Touche. You know, Halloween is actually like one of the weirdest concepts if you think of it. Kids go to a stranger's house and take candy. Meanwhile, we're always told to not take candy from strangers. It's really weird. Anyways, I am taking off. Guys, don't forget to subscribe before you go. I'm your host Joss, and I'll see you next time.